All right, guys, we're going to do a quick call on why Team Cup. And if you guys don't know, Mattie has grown tremendously this year, not just as her own leader, but as a team of leaders. And so I wanted her to get on real quick because Team Cup changed a lot of things for her. So maybe Mattie, share a little bit about how you started as a coach, where you were in February, the beginning of this year, kind of how were you feeling and what was holding you back?
So I actually started as a coach last August, to be honest. I was a little bit hesitant to grow the business. I was a little bit scared. I just I didn't want to sound like one of those other people, like those hey girls in the message. And I was like, well, what do I do at this point? I was confused. I felt like I was alone. And then I started sharing more about it, started sharing more body on demand, because obviously I had my own transformation with it. And that's huge. I was still at this point skeptical about Shakeology and was so pushing back against that one. But then I finally took the plunge and made it work for my lifestyle. And Shakeology is the number one thing that actually changed me in my business. That was a huge kicker. So if you guys aren't on Shakeology, I highly suggest you to get that and get started with that. Talk to your coach. But then comes around Team Cup, and I was stuck at Emerald. I believe I was at Emerald. I had two coaches. They were more so discount coaches. And I could not figure out how to get my coaches working at this time. And I remember saying, Danielle, how do I get these people working? And she said to me, Mattie, do you think it could be their problem or your problem? I was like, wake up call. Okay. So
Because
we had to do some things, but
Mattie and I got put on
yeah,
the Team Cup team
Team
together.
Cup,
Just to
right.
give you guys a background, just randomly, because when we brought all of our teams together, we didn't know each other before. And so we just sat on a Zoom chat and got to know each other. And were you hitting Success Club consistently at that point, but just bring on challengers?
No, I was actually getting into that one, but no. So we got on Team Cup together, and that first call is what she told me was like, "Hey, it might be your problem that your team's not ranking, your team's not succeeding." Okay, so wasn't hitting Success Club at this point. I've never hit Success Club. I think had one Success Club or 1 point. That was it, or 2 points. Had one person on, that was it. And I was like, I don't even know how to do this. Got in Team Cup, but because you were a team together and you were that one person that felt like the weakest link in the group, you did not want to keep those people held back from winning that Team Cup. So you automatically gave yourself that push. I think I ended up getting Success Club. Did I get 10 that month?
I think it was 8 or 10. Yeah.
It was 8 or 10. It was a bigger number. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then I started seeing that money come in with it and started seeing all those lives that I was changing. And that's when my team started to change and my team started to build. And I think that was the month that I signed on my 2 top leaders on my team, which was kind of luck, I should say. But they're awesome.
Luck.
I love them to death.
It wasn't luck because talk a little bit about too. We talked about social media when we started Cup.
Yes, we did. We talked about social media, and the one thing I kept doing was talking about Beachbody, 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 Shakeology in my hashtags and in my posts. And Danielle said, Mattie, first off, stop doing that, because when someone sees that, they're just going to go to the website and buy it. They're not going to buy it from you. I'm like, okay. And then I was making all these beautiful looking graphics because that's just how I am. That's what I like to do. And now she looked at me and she said, Mattie, and you'll remember this, you'll remember yourself saying this one. Do you really think your team can actually do those type of graphics that you're doing? And I'm like, no. She was like, okay, then what would make you think that someone could come to you and think that they could do this if those are the type of graphics that you're doing? She said, I want you to get messy. And I'm going to be honest, I really was scared to get messy. And I got messy, and then my team grew, and then I went back to the graphics. My team didn't grow. So I went back to being sloppy, and here I am continuing to be sloppy again. And if I want to do a graphic here and there, I do it, but I don't do it all the time. So
share what
that was huge for my business.
Share what you mean by messy.
So messy is more so like, take a picture of you being silly in the backyard. Like, seriously, be who you are. And that's the other thing. She taught me how to brand myself on social media, something that I never knew. was taking my traits among myself and sharing that, because people come to us for who we are. If you were to YouTube someone, if you were to YouTube Beachbody or a Beachbody workout, how many results do you think you're going to get on those searches? Over 1 million. But how many search results if you were to YouTube or Instagram and say Mattie Conklin, or let's say like country girl, mom life, interior decorator, stress relief tips, you know, how many people do you think would come up in that search box? Me. So they're going to find me for who I am. So that's why it's really important to brand ourselves, get messy with those top traits about yourself, and rock it. Be who you are and have fun with this journey. That's my number one tip to you guys. Have fun. Get up and dance.
So what did you
Pretty
do
much.
differently in Cup? If you're coming in as a coach stuck at Emerald or not hitting Success Club consistently, what did you do in Cup for coaches that are maybe scared to say yes or scared to say, put me on a team because they don't want to let other people down? Why is that exactly why you need to do it?
Stopped worrying about other people's opinions on what I was doing. I was too scared to share what I was doing because I was afraid someone else would say something to me. And you have to let that go. It's something so hard to do, but you have to do it because you're doing this for you. If you don't, you're going to become a prisoner to that person. So it's so important to build your business and do this for you and who you are. The other thing is I know you were saying, how did you hit Success Club consistently? And I have been hitting it consistently since then. And I'm going to tell you something. I wasn't consistent in my own work prior to Team Cup. And I'm just going to tell you guys, consistent action equals consistent results. If you are sending out those messages every day, if you are posting on social media, if you are doing your stories, if you are recognizing, if you are really taking to heart and believing who you are and believing in your team, then you are going to succeed.
And you're a mom of two, right? So what does that look like in your, like, what did you change with your schedule? We were just talking about like Maddie's making calls for a larger team, now a priority for her because she wants to level up her business. And instead of having bath time at 8, like what she was doing, she moved it to 6 because guess what? She's the head of her household. So like, how did your schedule need to change to make those goals a priority?
So as far as the whole business, that started with more so like they were little. When I first been like everything online, like they were really little. But with Beachbody, I would have to say honestly, like I would let them wake up on their own time. But when school started, that was a different story. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you guys. If you guys want to succeed, you better rise before the sun and shine. Okay. Shine before that sun shines, because that's when the secret sauce happens. Get your workout done. That's exactly what I did. I woke up at 5 a.m. My family's still in bed. I would get my workout done. I would then come upstairs and I would check in with my coaches, my clients, my customers, get that done, get my girls up, feed them breakfast, get them ready for school, take the one to the bus stop. And at the bus stop, I would be sending out challenge group invites or coach invites. Okay. Because it can all be done right here. You can share a link right here. Okay. And the other thing that I'm going to say too, so, I mean, it's just going to be like prioritizing your time and using those little breaks. Like if I was sitting, the other thing, I would create my own post while I was standing down there at the bus stop.
Mm-hmm.
If I was waiting to pick my other daughter up from preschool, guys, I would be on a call with a coach saying, hey, let's do this, this, this. I'll never forget me and Alika. We were on calls left and right while I was picking up hey, Alika, I got to go. I'm going to pick up my daughter. She's coming out the door. Call her right back. And Carly'd be screaming in the back seat. But it's the life of a mom. And if you want to make this happen, then it will happen. Okay? You just have to make it a priority and fit it into whenever you can do it. My schedule changes from day to day. I still have little ones. And guess what? They change from day to day too. Okay? Just like this morning. One woke up at 5 o'clock. Mommy, I can't find my blankets. Okay. Had to go in and find her blankets. The other one wakes up too. She did not go back to sleep. The oldest one didn't. So I said, go downstairs, go with your dad. He's still at home working. And the youngest one wanted to go back to bed. So there I am stuck. Didn't get to get my workout in yet. Still had calls booked. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to rock these calls out. I'm going to go work out, probably do another call all sweaty and hot, and it's okay. And you know what? It's okay to do that. You don't have to be in that perfect state all the time. Have this glamorous, gorgeous hair, girls. Trust me, I'm a hot mess 24/7. But I'm going to tell you guys, if you want to succeed, you have to put in that work and you have to make it work for you. Create that schedule, create that consistent. So, I mean, I won't go to bed at night until everything's complete. Like, that's the number one thing. And even like me attending the calls with Transformation Nation, I wasn't doing them. Why? Because I had 2 kids. Evenings are shower time, evenings are snack time, evenings are cranky time. And it's bedtime, so it was like, I can't make these calls at 8 p.m. Like, one day a week for my team calls enough, but let alone 2. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make it happen. So I got my girls ready, got them showered early, got on that call last night or the Wednesday night, and it was game changer for my business. A game changer. Wasn't gonna do Team Cup again, but I decided to do it because all these girls are pushing you and saying how much success. And then I started thinking back, okay, where did my business change? Where was the game changer with my business? And it was Team Cup. And I said, there is no reason why I can't do Team Cup right now and advance my team and another team. So
Boom.
do it.
Mic drop. Any other closing thoughts for Team Cup? And, this is the start of a new Beachbody year. So, for that coach that's maybe thinking like, wow, I didn't accomplish what I wanted to last year. How can I possibly make this shift? Mattie's gone in 6 months from Emerald to a 2-star diamond team with her coaches also looking at 1-star diamond pretty quickly. And that should be proof that it's possible. But for that coach that's sitting in that, like, I don't even know how I could possibly do that, what would you tell them?
First off, here's what I want you to do. You pull out your phone. I want you to open your calendar. Okay? If you see that your calendar is empty, you need to fill it up. Okay? First off, if you need to put in there workout, if you need to put drink Shakeology, if you need to put clean the house, if you need to put spend time with kids. And I'm going to tell you, number one is spend time with your family. If you're a mom or even have a boyfriend or a husband that you want to maintain that relationship, you better schedule that time in there. Schedule time to, get outside. You need to schedule time for you. That's the main important thing. But schedule time to send out those invites. Schedule time to check in with your customers, because if it's on your calendar, you already said you have time to do it. If you don't do it, then that you're just being lazy about this. And this is the cold hard truth. Like, this is tough love here, girls. Come on. Like, I know there's some guys in here too, but tough love. If you are not doing the work, then you are not going to succeed. Follow your calendar, follow that. My calendar saves my life over here with things that I need to get done. But that's really all I can tell you. And create your own templates. Like, the number one thing too is I want you guys to, and a couple of times I've been told this myself and it finally clicked because I've been doing this with my own coaches, if they ask me a question, I'll go find the complete answer for it and send them into full detail or even jump on a call with them. Yes, that's a kind thing to do. But listen, if you want your coaches to succeed, you better have them do the research, okay? They need to be a student, okay? I was asking someone, hey, I need a tutorial. I think it was Mackenzie in here. I need a tutorial on Flowdesk. And she was like, Mattie, why don't you just go YouTube that? And she was like, you could already have the answer faster than I could even give it to you. And she was like, I want you to be a student. And when she said that, it was like, game changer. Okay. So anyone who reaches out to me now, I've been telling them, hey, why don't you go research this? Listen, all of this information is in the back office under the training tab. I want you to go find it, and then I want you to come to me after you watch that video if you have any questions. Then from there, we'll talk. So guys, don't feel like you have to answer everyone's questions. Remember, you are you, and you have, like, I've got 2 kids to take care of in a house. You know what? That's my number one priority. Someone can't figure out how to share a link to share a cart, they need to watch a video on it because there is plenty enough resources out there for them to understand how to use share a cart. Okay. don't get on a call with them.
So good. I tell that to my team all the time. They know GOOGLE, as Gary Vee says. Yeah, I did that. So awesome, Mattie. This is great. I hope you guys all know that Team Cup can be the game changer for your business, but only if you allow yourself to be like, you know what? I'm going to pair myself up with someone I don't know. I'm going to learn from them. We're going to grow together. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to get out my tracker. I'm going to get out my schedule, and I'm going to be a business owner. Like, the Starbucks owner didn't just blow up all over the world because he was like, oh, this is a cool idea. Maybe I'll post about it once, you know? He got a schedule, he made it public and sharing consistently every single day, and word of mouth spreads, energy spreads, momentum spreads, and that's what Team Cup can do for your business. So super proud of you, Mattie. I know you'll probably be in our team call
Thank
soon
you.
sharing more. But y'all, imagine what your life could be like at the end of this year if you took Team Cup seriously, plugged in, did the work, got yourself organized. You could be a 2-star team.
Not even by the end of this year, guys. You can totally, you can get that within 2 months.
Fast is fun. Slow is
You
not.
can. Faster's better.
All right, guys, get signed up for Team Cup, post on the team page. Just do it.